What if you could get paid, and paid well, for breaking into one of the biggest tech companies on the planet? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. Microsoft has launched a new kind of all-access bug hunt, and it's radically shaking up the world of cybersecurity. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's just kick things off with that very question. What if Microsoft actually wanted you to try and find holes in their security and they'd pay you for it? For a select group of ethical hackers, this has been a reality for a while now. But believe me, the game just changed in a huge way.
And this right here is the headline. Microsoft basically just threw open the doors. They've rolled out a new policy that says if you can find a serious critical flaw that impacts their services, they want to know, and they are ready to pay. And the crazy part? It doesn't matter where you find it.
So let's break down exactly what this new bounty rule means. And just to be clear, this isn't some minor update or a little tweak to the terms of service. Nope. Microsoft has expanded its program in a way that's a fundamental shift in how they look at security.
Now, what's so wild about this is the massive expansion of what's in bounds. The rule is simple. If you find a critical vulnerability that directly impacts Microsoft, you're eligible for a reward. And, this is the real kicker, that now includes flaws in code that Microsoft didn't even write. We're talking third-party software, open-source components. If it affects their services, it is absolutely fair game.
To really get why they're doing this, you've got to put on a different hat. We have to start thinking like an attacker. I mean, why would a massive company pay people to find problems in code they don't even own?
And this slide just nails the difference in mindset. Think of it like this. Imagine a giant house with 100 different locks on it. The old way of doing things was Microsoft only paying you if you found a flaw in a lock that they manufacture themselves. But a real-world attacker, they don't care who made the lock. They're just looking for the one single weakest lock they can pick. And now, Microsoft is finally adopting that exact same perspective.
And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. This is straight from the source. Tom Gallagher, a VP at Microsoft, put it perfectly. Attackers do not care about who wrote the code. They just follow the path of least resistance. And this new policy? It's a direct strategic answer to that reality.
But look, this isn't just some nice-sounding policy announcement they put out. Microsoft is backing up this new hacker mindset with some serious cash. So for this next part, you know what we have to do. We've got to follow the money.
$17 million. Let that sink in. That is the absolutely staggering amount of money Microsoft paid out in these bounties to security researchers in just the last 12 months. It shows a massive financial commitment to finding these holes before the bad guys do.
And that $17 million didn't just go to a few superstar hackers either. It was spread out across 344 different researchers all over the globe. What that does is create this powerful worldwide network of allies, all poking and prodding their systems, looking for that next weakness.
And check out this chart, because it proves this isn't just some one-off spending spree. They paid out almost as much, $16.6 million, the year before that. This isn't just a tactic. It is a sustained, multi-million-dollar strategy. The big takeaway here is that this is a long-term and clearly growing investment in their security.
Okay, but this whole bug bounty explosion isn't happening in a vacuum. It's actually just one piece of a much bigger company-wide puzzle, a huge new strategy to just double down on security everywhere.
It's all part of what they're calling their Secure Future Initiative. And as you can see, they're making some really concrete changes across the board. We're talking about things like disabling old, vulnerable tech like ActiveX, finally blocking outdated ways to log in, and even beefing up security around screen sharing in Teams. They're literally trying to lock down every possible door and window.
So let's pull all these threads together. Why is this one change to their bug bounty policy such a big deal? Not just for Microsoft, but really for the whole tech industry.
Well, it all comes down to this one big idea: holistic security. It sounds complicated, but it's actually a pretty simple and powerful concept. You are only as strong as your weakest link. By paying people to look for flaws in their entire supply chain, Microsoft is finally saying out loud that security isn't just about the code they write, it's about the entire ecosystem their services depend on.
So if you remember one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. Microsoft is now paying the good guys to look in every single nook and cranny of their digital house for one simple reason. They know that's exactly where the real adversaries are already searching. They're literally fighting fire with fire.
And that leaves us with this final, really fascinating question. In this high-stakes, multi-million-dollar hunt, who's going to find that next critical flaw that could impact millions of people? Will it be the attackers who are looking to cause chaos, or the heroes who are looking to fix it. The race is on.